Hello and welcome to the Classic WoW Cenarion Circle Reputation Guide. Here I will talk about how you obtain the reputation and why you might want the reputation. Cenarion Circle is a reputation that is already available in the game, however most of the actual rewards from the faction will not be available until Phase 5, but you can start working towards your goal of getting this reputation right now. First, let's talk about why you might want to get some Cenarion Circle reputation, so you can figure out if this is something for you, and if it is, then we'll also discuss methods of obtaining reputation later in this video as well. So, what is Cenarion Circle Reputation good for? First of all, you can obtain quite a few recipes for professions from here, mainly nature resistance gear crafts, nature and other spell resistance enchants, and the herbalism bag. However, I will post a screenshot for each profession on the screen, and you can just write down the names of the items for whatever profession is relevant to you. Next up we have the item turn-ins, which I discussed briefly last week, and we'll look at it now as well. But this time we'll look at all the rewards you can obtain at Revered and Exalted by handing in materials for quests that require those stages of reputation. Here you can see the 4 items you can obtain with Revered reputation. Some of them, or at least 2 of them, look pretty good in my opinion. Like the cloth bracers could be really strong, same with the ring as well. It's definitely unique and has a pretty fun effect on it. Then with Exalted Reputation you have these options, once again pretty appealing. Some might serve as best in slot or at least very good catch-up gear for those of you who haven't been raiding the other raids in Classic, but still want to raid in AQ and Nax. Basically you can buy gear here as long as you have the reputation required, which you can also buy. Okay, so with that out of the way, how do you actually obtain Cenarion Circle Reputation? And how can you start doing this now to be prepared for Phase 5? Well, this is where my previous video on Phase 5 gold farming through the Twilight Text comes into play. Basically, there are 4 locations in Silithus where you can farm Twilight Cultists, which gives 1 reputation per kill, plus a chance to drop an encrypted Twilight Text, which you can turn in for even more reputation as well, which is also sellable or tradable, which is where you can make gold or buy the reputation if you don't want to farm. 10 encrypted Twilight Text gives you 100 reputation, so just look at each text as 10 reputation. If you're actually farming for reputation as well, the general advice is to farm mobs until you're honored, then start turning in the Twilight Text when mobs no longer give you reputation. Another thing you can obtain from this farm, which is also useful for reputation, is the Twilight Clothes, which you can use and turn yourself into a Twilight Cultist to summon bosses. From the bosses you'll obtain certain items you can turn in with a repeatable quest that gives a goodie bag, and killing the summoned bosses also gives some reputation, which I also explained in my video last week, and I will make a more thorough guide on summoning bosses and how that works very soon, hopefully this week. You can also complete Cenarion Circle quests all over the zone, and you can also follow the entire quest chain. But once again, if you are min-maxing, you'll want to wait with doing this until you're honored, because then you can't get reputation from killing the mobs anymore. A full run of AQ 20 will also get you about 3000 reputation, and you can get reputation from insignias in AQ 40, exactly 100 reputation per insignia, and killing Cthulhu will also award you with 400 reputation as well. Seeing as you can get reputation from AQ 20, there could be some possibilities of grinding reputation in there without killing the bosses, kinda like Sulgurub, and that could become the meta for Cenarion Circle Reputation in Phase 5, but seeing as I have no experience with AQ myself, I'm not gonna say whether or not this will be the case, or how it will work. I just thought I'd mention it, as it could be a rep farm possibility. For reference, with vanilla numbers according to a raid video I've seen, trash mobs inside AQ 20 seems to give between 3 and 5 reputation, while bosses rewards upwards of 100, so it seems fairly similar to Sulgurub values. On top of all of these methods, the AQ War Effort turn-ins will also award reputation, as well as the quests I went through in my advanced Phase 5 goldmaking video last week as well, where I discussed logistic badges and they will also give reputation. I will show a couple of screenshots on the screen right now showing the rep value of certain mobs and certain repeatable quests, which are actually in the game as of Phase 4. so you can start preparing your Cenarion Circle Reputation right now. The short version here is that raiders will want Cenarion Circle Reputation, and you get it by either grinding mobs, handing in items, doing quests, or doing the raid. This video did turn out way shorter than I initially planned, but that's because this video is just to cover the Cenarion Circle Reputation, why it's useful, and how to get the reputation. I do hope some of you found this useful, and if you did, please remember to click that like button. Once again, thank you so much to all of my patrons for supporting me as a content creator, it really means a lot. And thanks to you for watching this video. With that being said, I'm gonna go and do some research on the summoning of the bosses and get you that video very soon as well. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.